warrior. We're in February already. Can you believe it? And you know what else we're facing? The Super Bowl. Super Bowl Sunday is in less than a week. I'm here to tell you about the Super Bowl. Any large events, whether it is a sports event, whether it's a concert, whether it's some sort of any kind of gathering. I want to make it very basic so everybody can really understand what we are talking about here on the Warriors. Always, always, always helps to increase human trafficking. Remember, we have renamed it slavery, the enslavement of people. That is much more descriptive to that word trafficking. But because everybody knows it is trafficking, and remember, trafficking only became against the law, human trafficking, right? The use of force, fraud, or coercion. 2001, not that long ago. Before that, nothing, right? And it's still a very confusing topic, subject to talk about. People don't like it. It's dark. But you know what? We have to talk about it because it is escalating. It is, according to my sources, the number one crime in America, undoubtedly the world, but we like to focus on America here at the Warriors. But it's just escalating and making more money for people than anybody can even imagine. So we have this month of February, also Valentine's Day, love, right? You're seeing all the commercials already, or seeing store windows, or hearing people talk about gifts and things. Think about all those kids who don't have any of that, don't have any love. Think about that makes them vulnerable because almost every kid has a phone. Somehow they figure out whether they buy burner phones, they have a phone, they steal a phone, we don't know, but they have phones, right? So they're seeing everything online. A lot of things their little minds shouldn't even be seeing, right? None of us should be seeing. But now everything's up for grabs. Everything is thrown at you. So imagine those little minds, vulnerable. Maybe you don't have a parent in the home. Maybe you have a parent who works 2 or 3 jobs. Maybe you're responsible to come home from school and get that dinner going. Maybe you're just feeling like a misfit. Remember as teens, middle school years? Not easy, everybody, right? Think about online, the bullying. It is indeed people hiding behind screens. It never ends. You can't go home and close your front door. It's 24/7, 365. So I'm telling you all this because those kind of factors lead a child or a young person to develop a relationship online with a complete stranger. They may, remember, their little brains are not developed. They have no kind of real thinking skills. They react immediately. They don't critically analyze and dissect like adults might. Well, some adults. Therefore, they get involved with strangers who pretend they care about them. They're interested in them. They love them even. We know a child can fall victim within 24 hours. They may innocently be thinking they're talking to another peer, although a stranger, and they agree to meet or they agree to exchange images. It's not the kids' faults these days. They were born under the bubble of the internet. And they may, because of all these things lacking in their home life and love and attention, fall prey to these predators. So during the month of February, let's call it the love month, facing the Super Bowl just next week, less than a week away, that's when vulnerable kids can get sucked in to somebody they think caring about them. Somebody saying, I'll send you a bus ticket, meet me, perhaps at the Super Bowl, send you a plane ticket, somebody will pick you up in a car, and they may well go. So I'm asking all of you, as the number one, I believe it's the number one sporting event in America, if we had all this Super Bowl attention and money spent, I believe I read last week, the commercials are going for $8 million a minute. Don't hold me to that, but that's what I read, I believe. If we had all of this attention, all of these eyes, all of this talk, all of this money focused on children, teens, young people, prevention, giving them something to grasp onto instead of perhaps boarding a bus, ending up at the Super Bowl. Because you know what? Anybody who offers you parties, transportation, hotels, they don't have your best interest in mind. They have the best interest in making money off of you. You'll be put at a seedy motel. You'll be at a bus stop. You'll be thrown in a car. So many different scenarios. So wake up America. You have a duty. Share this information and be on the lookout. If you see something, hear something, or know something, call 911. Even if you just think it, you're not going to be held responsible for anything. We have to begin protecting the children. Eyes and ears. We have the internet, goes around the world. More information, more visuals, more images, more dialogue than ever before in the universe. Let us use it for good. Call 911 immediately. Make a report. You see something at an airport, people going to the Super Bowl, right? You're on a bus. Suspicious? 911. You see a child? You can also call the cybertipline.org. Just write to them. You can also call 1-800-THE-LOST. If you think a child, maybe they look familiar to you. You saw a picture on the Warriors where I put out children every day that are missing and where they're missing from. But you know what? What happens when a child goes missing? They're usually not, most of the time, in that same area. They're moved out to another area or they've run away to another area. So just be on the lookout. Know that there are resources. I'll put the numbers in the body of this video. And do equate. I don't care what anybody says. People call it a myth during the Super Bowl. There's more human trafficking. Grammy Awards, we just had those last night. Increase in trafficking. Oscars increase in trafficking. Anything that brings a large groups of people together increases trafficking. That's just the truth. Please honor our hashtag Community Creates Change. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Building here at the Warriors. 2025 is an exciting year. Join us. Be part of Solutions Interventions. And this month of February, love the kids. Love all the kids, our future adults, our future leaders. The kids are crying out. They want us to give them attention, and we need to do a better job on all of that. And remember, with devices, let me just throw in a little tip at the end. Wait until 8th. Can't tell you when to buy your child a phone. Certainly not before 8th grade, but it's up to you. Also, there are phones that are just basically texting and calling, so your child has a phone to stay in communication. And also, delay is the way. And we're seeing with younger kids, that alpha generation, 0 to 14, they're, for lack of a better word, returning to a little bit old-fashioned. They want to see programming that is about families and relationships. They are less on the phones, believe it or not. So there's a lot of hope, a lot of great things. Let's make February the month of love, the month of attention to our children, and be on the lookout. If you see something, say something, because community creates change does indeed happen. Grassroots. Each and every day when you wake up, you got to go out and be a warrior.